All right, today we're going to be speaking about the Pearlappetite, different types of Pearlappetite that I create, and the subject is the Arabic coffee pot, which has been used for centuries by the people of the Middle East, the Arabs, to both brew and serve coffee. So it's a coffee cup pot which is actually put on fire, and coffee or gawa is brewed and then is served. Now, traditional Dallahs, D-A-L-L-A-H, Dallahs, the Arabs can identify that this comes from Qatar, this comes from Oman, this is the Persian variety, this is from the Emirati or the UAE. So there are different types, and the ones that I'm creating on the Pearlappetite plates are more from this part of the world, which is actually from Qatar. And my end product, end creation rather, will come in plates like these. Now that is the Dallah, richly ornamented with my signature pearl, semi-precious stones, precious gems, and mostly Swarovski crystals. These go as gift, corporate gifts. People buy it for their birthday presents, and so mostly they go as gift both to the Arabs and also to visitors who come to this part of the world. And this makes a perfect gift, hand created, and this is the only piece which is available in the world. Now they are richly ornamented with gems and sometimes even ivory. Now the Dallah, for this part of the world, for the people of the Middle East and the Arabs, the Dallah is a symbol of hospitality, symbol of their generosity, and of course a symbol of their wealth. And this again, all of that I'm going to be transferring into my creations using pearls and gems. The Dallah, serving of the gawa, the coffee, is normally done in a tent where people sit around in their majlis or the greeting room, and it's usually the young person which actually moves around serving the gawa or the coffee to the guest. And did you know that ideally the person who's serving the coffee is a deaf person, because the deaf man will not pick up the conversation and pass the conversations to people outside the tent. So to preserve the secrecy, dawa or coffee is served in the Dallah by a deaf boy. The Dallah is normally made out of steel, iron sometimes, and sometimes even gold for special occasions and by the royalties. I don't use gold, but some of the diamonds I've used in my creations are sometimes more expensive than the gold Dallah. You're going to be watching me create some preliminary works. So I prepare my plates like you've seen here, and I get my outline done in a permanent marker. The centerpiece may be slightly different. In this particular piece, I've already got embedded American diamonds on it. Otherwise, it is going to be plain without a crystals or a gem on it. And what I do is, after this is totally dry, I use a glass outliner, ceramic outliner, to run over the drawings I've already done. So this gives you a thick three-dimensional outline, and it also holds the paint which I'm going to be pouring in between, so it holds it together. Now once that is dry, normally it takes about half a day, sometimes the full day for it to totally dry. After that, I would fill them up with, like in this case, these are Brazilian quartz crystals, and then I'll put my pearls and gems, and this is not a vitamin tablets, these are gems. Crystals and gems are small pieces, and I will have to, fix them onto the plates. So that's the process I follow. And after that, again, it'll take about a day for it to be totally dry, and then I might add in a little bit of color, these lines, and then fix Swarovski crystals and so on. And finally, when this is done, in about 2 days' time, of course, sometimes I sign in the front, but I also put my signature behind and have my information there. And sometimes, if this is ordered by the client, then I will put the client's name on this, on the reverse as well. So let's begin. When it's finally done, when it goes to the client, my Pearlappetite comes in a branded packaging like this, with the R, famous R. And once you unbox, and this is how typically the Pearlappetite is presented. It has got a display stand, and once you remove the Pearlappetite, I have an information flyer inside, which actually typically shows you the kind of gems and crystals I've used on that particular piece. So like I said earlier, no two pieces are same. They're totally different, handmade, and definitely this is the only piece in the world that you will own. So you own a Rozario.